Welcome Aries, I'm Debbie Dubois. Welcome to my channel, True Sacred Union. We are getting ready to do your forecast for July. It's going to be basically a love reading and a career abundance reading, and we'll see what other kinds of messages come through from source. So before I get started, I am going to go ahead and do a little bit of shuffling, and very curious to know what kind of a month you had in June. It was kind of crazy. I found myself doing a lot of, again, releasing of some old templated things that I really thought were gone. So if you were also doing that, you are not alone. I do not think that that kind of work is actually specific just to particular sun signs. I think we are all going through it, and we're all going through it together. Maybe in different times, maybe in different ways, but it's been quite interesting. So we are just shuffling here. Before I get started, I want to let you know that I'm going to be at the Twin Flames and Ascension workshop that's being held by Marla Kelly at the end of September, which is the 27th, 28th, and 29th. It is in Niagara Falls, which I'm very excited about. I'm from Rochester, which is only about an hour away from there. So Buffalo and Niagara Falls is my old stomping ground, and I'm very, very excited to be going up there. And we're going to be joined by Kalina Malnar and also Angie and Rob of Twinfinity. So it should be a really great time. If you feel yourself being called, please try to make it. We'd love to have you. All right, so I think that's all the housekeeping that I have. I would like to say though, if you haven't seen a reading of mine, I basically focus a lot on twin flame dynamic, love relationships, sacred partnerships, and a lot on ascension and personal growth. So you always find a good, well-rounded, information. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you like what you hear, please take time to subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss a reading as they come down the threads. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to look at what is your energy, what is the general energy going to be for Aries for the month of July. This is 2019. Okay, the first card we got is the Sun. Now, if you find yourself drawn to this and you're to this reading at any other time, it's just meant, to be something that you see at that time. Because I'm not a big believer in time, although there's some astrological functions that we have going on that always, boost our process along. We also got head of the pack and anchor. Okay, so it looks like we have a really dynamic month coming. We are looking at a period of time where you are going to feel like you're finishing first, or that you're completing something that you set out to do. And that you're really, really good at. It's something that you're a leader at. A lot of that has to do because you really have the drive to succeed. You have that will to push on. And, whatever it is that you're focusing on this month is going to be very successful. Now, if we combine that with the energy of the Sun, that just gives it that extra total power boost, right? So we've got success, successful, a very successful month ahead. And what's really cool about it is when we take the head of the pack and we put it together with the anchor, it also means that it's a very stable, enduring, very secure, steady kind of energy. You may find that, it could be sometimes the anchor can mean, being a little bit stuck or grounded a little bit too much. But in this particular case, since we're seeing it paired with the head of the pack, which is, that dominating, winning kind of card, and also flanked on the other side by the Sun, this is a really, really good positive card. So the month of July should be filled with a lot of really good, positive, stable energy for you, which is a great way to begin this reading. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the deck and I'm going to spread it over here to give me a little bit of room so that I can put the cards out so that you can see them. We're going to take a look now at what is the specific information you need to know about love, your love life in May. So we're going to pull 3 cards. The first card is the owl. The second card is the key. I like these cards so far. And the third card is the book. All right, so let's take a minute to read these cards. How I read these cards, this is the Intuit Oracle deck with Bonus Trio, which has a couple of extra decks mixed in by Aria. It is my go-to deck. It's the deck that I like to read because of the fact that it gives me a lot more information than just a single card, because you read the cards in pairs, and sometimes I read them, in pairs across the board. Information comes through to me that way. This deck really sparked my personal, I want to say accuracy level in terms of honing into my knowing. So I'm going to be reading, the center card is always the central energy, and then we've got other complementary cards that I read with it. So it does seem that this month there's something that's going to happen that's going to give you the key to something that you've been trying to figure out. You will gain a lot of clarity. And the key is about unlocking. Unlocking things that you need to unlock in order to move forward. It's helpful information. It's freeing information. Sometimes it's about locking, but before we make the determination on whether, it's a locking or unlocking, we're going to take a look at the cards that it's paired with. Well, when we look first at the owl, we've got to say it's definitely an unlocking key, because what does the owl represent? The owl represents wisdom, right? So we're sitting here with this power of solutions, intelligence, genius, wisdom, secrets lifted. So this goes right along hand in hand with a lot of the sun, the head of the pack energy, and of course that's very stable energy. If we move along and we look at the key compared with the book, or paired with the book, I should say, the book is a little bit about things that are unknown, things that are a mystery to you, some things that are hidden from you, but the solution is going to give you clarity, okay? It's going to unlock that mystery. It's going to give you some real insight into the things that you've been looking for. Well, for example, and then if you go ahead and you pair it with the owl also represents dreams. It may be that you have some dream interpretation. You might have some dreams that you either have interpreted or can interpret for yourself. There's always, hidden information. You can find out what dreams mean from books, right? So you can unlock and open up that information to yourself. And whatever it is that if you do get your information through dreams, it does mean that you're going to find some helpful information that's going to give you some clarity, and that clarity is going to be extremely helpful for you. So this was, what do you need to know about love? All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull just a couple more cards on that, because obviously this is talking about your love relationship, but let's find out, specifically, because it really didn't address a specific someone. Is there any information know about your sacred partner or your twin flame, or the person that you're focused and your loving relationships in? We'll pair it up with these cards. Okay, the first card that comes up is the woman, which is you in the reading, because we're asking about you. The second card is transformation, catalytic heart awakening. I love this card. I gotta say, this was that catalytic heart awakening, which Aria included in her deck, was a term that I was given, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, when we were all starting to weigh that word twin flames. And all I knew from my own personal experience is no matter what the situation was, it was definitely a catalytic heart awakening. So twin flames, same thing. Not same thing, but what I'm saying is that is this energy. So that's what we're talking about here. Your catalytic heart awakening process and your renewal. All right, we got another card here. and stepping stones. We're in the process of arriving, which how exciting is that? We are taking the baby steps. We are doing what needs to be done in order to get where you're going. If you find yourself in a stuck situation, this is the way out. You keep stepping forward. You keep moving forward. You have to trust the process, one step after another, that this phoenix process, right, the death and rebirth, that this is actually going to, blossom into full transformation, but you got to go through the process. The really good news is when we pair it with these cards here, what we find is that you've been looking for some answers to get a little bit further, and guess what? You've got some solutions coming to you. You've got some unlocking of some unknown information, which is going to enhance your wisdom and is going to carry you further on the journey. And we're talking, of course, about the ascension journey of which you're on. All right, so we're going to look at what specific information do you need to know about career and abundance for May. Alrighty. Okay, the first thing is the dog. The second card is, oh my gosh, this is incredible reading for you guys. All right, and oh my gosh, wow, we've got some really, really powerful cards here. Okay, so we're looking, I'm going to set these over here just a little bit. Let's move these off here, move these over here. I want to make sure that these are the cards that we're really focused on right now, all right? The primary card that we have is the tree. The tree is stable. The tree is rooted and grounded, okay? So you've got a lot of grounding energy going on this month, all right? Now, you may be dealing with some past life issues that affect this career energy, this abundance energy, but it is the sign of growing, evolvement, evolution, and things of that nature. That's the tree, very grounded. Now, the good news is if you pair that with the dog, okay, so we're sitting here with the dog next to it, it means that you probably do have a friend or two, hopefully a friend that is very supportive of your process and maybe even helps give you that grounded feeling, which is wonderful. That loyal, faithful companion that may be very supportive in your career or maybe there for you to help out. Right, help out in helping you achieve some of your career objectives. But they're very devoted to you, which you're really fortunate. Now, if we look to the other side of the tree, we have eagle. And that's unlimited potential. I mean, I don't know how many more good cards you could get in a reading like this. This is fantastic. So you really have unlimited potential in this grounded energy. The tree is also fertility. So it means stuff that you're planting, the ideas that you have right now that you're growing, they're really, really of unlimited potential. The eagle, limited potential, and the fertility it means that it's fertile to take off. So that's fantastic energy right there. All right, now let me see if I can move some of these cards out because the next card, and I guess it's almost the final look we have, and just give me a minute to you can sort of overlook the sounds of the barking dogs and the fireworks and everything else, because if I waited for it to be quiet, you would never get your reading. And notice I've got glasses on too. I decided, you know what, contact lenses are great, but I can't wear them all the time, and I'm just doing too many darn readings on camera. I'm just going to wear my glasses. You guys get to see the Debbie do. All right. You know what I'm going to do even, just to get a little bit of space for this just for a moment, okay, because I'm going to lay these cards out once we're all finished so we can read the final read. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at what does your higher self want for this month of July. All right, this is just an added message. Oh, we got the Rider. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, one of my favorite cards, and it's been coming up for me a lot in readings, which is the Mortar and Pestle. And, okay, interesting. So we've got the saying to me from higher self is that this whole process of transformation that you're going through is really about breaking down things that patterns that you've had, creating something else out of them. Right? It does look like, because it's paired next to the rider, that there is quick movement, that there's a green light, and that there's some real progress, which is awesome. So in terms of your transformation, which we've got here in the death and rebirth of the Phoenix, this is what we're doing in July. We're breaking stuff down. We're making something new out of it. Now, we will look at there's a really good possibility here that we are doing something along the lines of, I want to say, the traditional programming, the matriarchal, patriarchal energies. Okay, so if you're an Aries, more than likely this month you're breaking down some patterns that have to do with dogma, has to do with your religion, your family values, marital issues, collective consciousness. This is your values, okay? So you are in the process of breaking down your values and trying to, I want to say, upgrade them for the new energies, which is great. And the rider provides just the movement that you need to reach those goals. You have an absolutely fantastic month. And I'm going to go ahead and, as a final card to wrap the reading up, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the Ascended Master deck. Okay, let's go pull an Ascended Master card. Whoops. I'm going to just do this here. I'm just going to do a shuffle like this. We're just looking for a card. If the Ascended Masters or anyone on the other side of the veil has a message for Aries for this month, we want to kind of know what it is. And let's see what we get. Very excited for your cards. They look fantastic. And boy, I wish I was an Aries. I'm a Sagittarius. We'll see what that Sagittarius has to say. Okay. The message from Pallas Athena is detach from drama. And you might hear the fireworks going off, like I said. I think those are fireworks. We're going to end this with a grand finale as all the fireworks are going off. Perfect timing, right? You want to detach from drama. So any of the things that you've got going on right now, the key to staying in the process, we're going to go ahead and try to see if we can get all of these cards here so we can wrap this up. Wow, we definitely have some major, what do you want to call it? We've got the grand finale going on somewhere. Yesterday, I swear to God, I hate to say that, but it reminded me so much here in my neighborhood of shock and awe from Iraq. It was almost scary because it was just so loud. Boom, 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 one after another. All right, so we've got our cards here, and see if I can just make room for the detached from drama. I'm still, playing with some of this setup here, so bear with me. It's really important at the end of a reading that I have a chance to line the cards up because it's where I get like my ultimate final download. Okay, so detaching from the drama is kind of interesting that it goes along with the fireworks that we have going on. The whole process that you have going on with you, Aries, is all about your dynamics. It's all about marching forward in your power, having doors unlocked for you. Everything that's happening, you're very supported. You have a lot of connections to, like, you're very grounded and stable right now. You have information that will be revealing itself to you. The challenge could be to detach from any drama, and I think that that's what Pallas Athena is saying. Let me see here. So my camera stopped again. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and start it again. Okay. I'm going to backtrack just a little bit because my camera stopped, and I want to make sure that I'm able to record the very end of this for you. The Pallas Athena card is this is the warning I think that you're getting, that you want to make sure this could be the stumbling block for you and all the positive things in this reading, Do not let anybody drag you into their drama, okay? Because you have complete support from the universe and that you're very grounded right now. You're very stable. Any information that's been hidden from you becomes known to you. You've got everything lined up for you in your process, in your catalytic heart awakening. And this is definitely you. You are making all this progress. With all of the support, the green lights that you're getting on your progress, with this transformation of some of your traditional programming, the matriarchal, patriarchal energies. The only thing that I'm getting as a caution for you this month is to try to detach from the drama, because the drama is going to change your vibrations. It's going to change the stories that you tell yourself, and it can, it can kind of put a damper on this incredible energy for July. So anyways, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. I want to say thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, please do like it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and please do consider just subscribing to my soul tribe. And if you really like the information, press the bell so that you are notified when new readings come down, from source. So anyways, I hope that was of value. I very much welcome your comments. Let me know what your June has been like and what your hopes are for July. And if any of this resonated with you, I'd love to hear it. So anyways, thank you so much. I hope you have a blessed month. Namaste. Well, it stopped again, but this time